Hello, YouTube! This is Quantum Fear, and welcome to another one of my videos. And this is Friends in WoW episode 60-something. I think we're still in the 60s. What
71.
is it?
I think
71? This will be episode 71, probably through 74. So, yeah, we're marching on. We're marching on.
That's right.
As usual for Friends in WoW, I have my very good friend, Xavier. Say hi. Hello. And, of course, with us for color commentary, we have Phoenix Green Eyes.
Hello.
Hey. And yay. Okay, here we go. Now, we came back to near the spot where we left off. So we're back on the cliffs with all those centaurs. And we're pretty much here, and I believe we're just going to go around murdering all the centaurs.
Yes. So murdering most of the centaurs, and we need to defend a drilling rig. So let's pop those down because we might get credit for the ones that come in to attack us.
Oh, they're like the bubbly goop over there.
Yeah. So we might be able to double up and get credit for both.
Yay! That was what you call efficient questing.
That is right.
Now, what's really efficient is I just sit here and let you do all the work. Then I get credit. Oh!
Except they pop up right there. So
I don't know. Yeah, they do count. Oh, good.
yes. Ha! I wasn't sure if that was going to work or not, but I was like, you know what? Let's give it a try because it's always nice when you can do it. All right, I went 30 seconds without talking about it. So I have my Star Wars tickets in my pocket right now.
Yeah,
Woo!
nice. I have mine in my wallet, which is on my coat, which is not close by, but at least I have it. Now, you will be seeing it on Thursday, right?
I'll be seeing it tomorrow night, 10 p.m. IMAX 3D.
Nice. I'm not going to see it till Sunday or Saturday morning.
Okay, so I have to not talk to you about it. Okay.
All right.
Fine.
Really, it's like because it's like I didn't want to have to deal with crowds. I'm just like, you know what? I'll just go on in the morning sometime.
It's totally. I mean, the only reason I'm doing this is because it's Star Wars. There are not many movies that I would actually go to an opening night. And honestly, I didn't even expect to get tickets when I went. I went and looked for the particular theater, like I think 3 or so days after they announced the movie. And I'm like, yeah, there's not going to be. I'm like, oh crap, yeah, there are tickets. So I grabbed a couple of tickets while they had them, and
you're taking Gilgamesh with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the current plan. He definitely could use a nice break. So.
Yep.
And I believe I have decided I am going to go in costume.
Are you really? Are you going to go take your Jedi outfit?
I am.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that really, and I'm just like,
As
much as I have all the stuff for the Sith outfit, my face I just have felt has never. I have a very, for those that don't know what I look like, I have a very red, cheerful face. You know, I'm very smiley. I smile a lot, which is not Sith.
No.
So
you do not have a
Really?
Sith.
It is.
Yeah, I don't have a Sith face unless I'm one of those like really weird guys that like first you think he's like a good guy, and then he turns out to be a complete jerk.
Right.
But even then, you have to. Is that the drill? Is that it?
Did you get credit for defending the drill?
No.
Okay, then drop your drill.
Okay. And even then, it's just like so. Then I'm like, ugh, and I have like 8 different lightsabers upstairs.
I don't know about your theater, but my theater is not allowing any weapons of any kind, even lightsabers.
Well, I heard that
or face
the ones
masks.
like around somewhere like no blasters, and you can't dress up as a stormtrooper. That's another one.
Right. No.
They did not say anything about lightsabers though.
Yeah, the theater because I stopped by the theater tonight to pick up my tickets, and there was a sign on the door saying, Star Wars fans, we are allowing costumes. However, there can be no face masks, and there can be no simulated weapons of any kind, including blasters and lightsabers.
Yeah, and I mean, really, it's like I wouldn't want to hit anybody with my lightsabers because they're like the first generation, so they're super not super delicate, but they're just like okay, no, we'll.
They're also like $120.
Yeah, they're also like $120, and they're but man, I could get some serious street cred for showing up with Darth Maul's lightsaber.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's a Phoenix, and those that listen who don't know, that's the one it's a double-bladed one. It's the first time and with him, it was actually the first time you saw a lightsaber that wasn't just like a straight handle.
Yeah.
There was something to it, and so.
Yep.
It was actually anyway.
Yeah, so I mean, actually, ironically, it works out well because I actually don't really have a lightsaber. I was just going to go to like Toys R Us and buy one of those like little cheap collapsible ones.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, oh well, I couldn't bring any with me anyway, so now it doesn't matter.
So, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so it was kind of one of those thinking like I went shopping with a couple of friends last night to see if we could find some like T-shirts to wear to the event, and I couldn't really find any T-shirt that I liked that was in my size. And then one of my friends was like, "Hey, don't you have like an actual Jedi costume?" I'm like,
I can't believe you told them you had one.
well, these are the kind of friends who are going to the opening night as well. So these are diehard Star Wars fans. Like me having the Jedi
at this
costume
point, I've kind of narrowed it down to I have 2 different Star Wars themed shirts that I'm not sure which one I'm going to take. I have one that is that Darth Vader is zapping a D20. You know, your lack of crits is just that one. I love that one.
Yep.
I wear that. I mean, and that has a dual thing of including role playing, which is okay. I got credit.
Yep.
Which is amazing because I'm a role player.
Right.
And I have another one which is basically the Death Star with Mickey ears.
Oh God. Well,
it's something about the end of the world. I don't remember. I don't think I've ever actually worn it, but just like I kind of want to wear that too. But usually when I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to go wear this," I'm like, I really don't feel like wearing something with a Mickey Mouse on the front.
but Disney is producing this movie.
Yeah, I know.
So,
That's what the double entendre is. You know.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
You know what? Roll the dice.
I'm gonna have to, or wear both, and just take one off when I'm like.
Both. This isn't a strip show, ladies. He's actually just changing his shirt.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about that. The guys at work, of course, are laughing at me because it's just like, I can't believe you. First, they're like, "Oh, I can't believe you have this many swords." I'm just like, yeah, well.
Yeah, you do.
But then I found out that because I stopped collecting those about 10 years ago because I moved.
Mm-hmm.
I found out they've had others for other characters, like from the Clone Wars, the movie or the cartoon and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it'd be really neat to get hers because Vasar Vaj or Vasaj or something like
right.
that. The pale woman,
the Dark Jedi Apprentice. Whatever.
Yeah, and she she has curved handles, very much like Count Dooku's. They can come together like Darth Maul's. And I'd be like, oh, it'd be cool to get those. But as I was looking for them, they're like, they discontinued them. And then they're like, and I found them on eBay, I guess, and they're going for like $700 each.
Yeah, no, they're not that cool.
Well,
$700.
I don't have $700 to. I don't have $700, but did you blow the horn?
Yep. Now it should be popping up down here.
I don't. If I had $1,400 to spend on lightsabers, I totally would.
Well, I mean, there was the guy who basically bought out a theater so that he could be the only one watching The Force Awakens tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he paid $2,400 and bought every seat in the theater for that particular showing.
No, I would do it. I'd do it.
Wow.
Yep, I would too if I had that extra kind of money.
Actually, it's funny. I've been telling people at work that just like, HR's really kind of dropped the ball on this, and they're like, why? It's like, we could totally make this into a company-wide thing where we go, as a company team building exercise, we go to the movies together.
Right, and see Star Wars.
And because it's like an actual event that I would actually go to.
That is true.
Usually they're like, hey, we're going to go apple picking. We're going to go hiking at midnight. Stuff that's very good, very nice.
Two things that you don't like.
But really not things I'm going to do.
That's the worst case scenario for you.
Yeah, a little bit. Exercise!
And being up late.
Yep, basically. Wait, what's this? Do I like this? I don't like that one. How about you? Do I like you? No, I don't like you either. I don't like any of these. These suck. Make these better.
Yeah, because we have that power. Alright, so we're going back. Let's just hearth back to the barge.
Okie doke. Hearthing.
So...
But I guess I read in the paper. I actually got a basic plot now. I kind of understand what's kind of happening.
See, I have no idea. I've seen reviews of what people thought about, like without any spoilers or anything, but I don't really have any.
Well, it was like in the paper, and I've avoided spoilers too.
No spoilers.
So
no spoilers.
This is above us, and so at least there's like okay, who are these people? And I'm kind of going like what the basic idea of and essentially it's a road trip, so.
Right.
Road trip. Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
Road trip in the stars.
All I know is
kind of like a Star Trek.
As I keep finding out more, I find out more characters. Like Admiral Akbar actually has an appearance in it, and
okay. Well, I didn't know that. I do. I found out that Mark Hamill's not really in it.
No, Luke's not in it that much apparently.
Yeah. On one hand, I think that I heard like a reason. One of the reasons is like they're kind of use him as like a Yoda character, where like the second and third one he shows up to train the newbies.
Right. That's kind of
and that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay. And then there's what I find funny, and this is going to get into deep lore here, people. So if you don't know really anything about Star Wars, I do apologize for this. But one of the going theories is that he turned to the dark side, and and that's why he's not around, because he's going to like show up or something as a bad guy. But then someone was like, "Oh, he would never turn to the dark side," and I'm just go like, poor soul. He did in this comic, which was awesome, by the way. Totally read the Dark Horse comic on that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was freaking amazing.
Well, yeah. I mean, it dealt with the Emperor Reborn, and Luke turned to the dark side, and Mon Calamari almost got basically wiped off the face of the earth, or got wiped out entirely. It was actually, that was a really good comic series. I think I have
a very good comic series. I was a little annoyed that it was only a comic series, actually.
Yeah.
Because at least with us, we were just like, we went from the last movie to reading the first trilogy of the series of like the extended universe, which was the Thrawn trilogy. That's
so good.
By the way, if you can pick up those books, there's 3 of them. It's an amazing story about this kind of like this high admiral who's actually not human. He was actually a race called the Chiss, Chiss,
yep.
And he was just fantastic as a character.
He's a tactical
so
genius.
Amazing.
It takes place, I think, 5 or 10 years after the
I don't think it's 10. I was closer to 5. I was going to say 5 or less.
I think it's less than 5. Yeah, it's not too long after it. But like the rebellion is now the New Republic. They are now occupying Coruscant, which was the Imperial
Center.
And it's kind of going on with that. There's like clones of Dark Jedi. There's Grand Admiral running around.
There was an Imperial assassin that was there. She is amazing.
Yeah,
she ends up kind of becoming like a minor character in the whole 600 odd books that follow.
Yes, no,
it's just, and that's one reason I'm kind of hem and haw about the new books or the new movies, is because in order to make the new movie they wanted, they basically had to say, okay, all these books didn't happen.
Right.
And there are some of the most amazing books that I'm just like, I yelled a little bit, not really even a little bit, a lot actually when I heard this. We should probably go somewhere instead of just sitting here. Where are we going? Are we going to the?
You know what? Let's go do the special delivery, because we've had that in our quest log forever now.
Special
to the south.
Okay, there we go. So now we can continue talking as we. But it was just an amazing series of books. I mean, not even just the Thrawn Chronicles, but they had the X-Wing books, which would basically told the story of how the rebels used Rogue Squadron to get the Imperial Center, to get Coruscant, and how to make it under their control. And you introduce you to one of the best characters ever, and even introduce the concept of Jedi families, which is huge undertaking, and considering that they basically later said that Jedis don't have families, and I'm just like, bullshit. No. Okay, so there it is.
Right, the Thrawn trilogy is a absolute must for any diehard Star Wars fan. If there's people out there who have seen the movies and love it but haven't actually read any of the books, do so. Please, there are like you said, there are so many amazing books out there that deal with Star Wars.
I mean, the X-Wing series itself is.
Yeah. X-Wing series.
Well, actually, X-Wing is only 6 books, but then there's another series of 6 books right after that, which kind of follows the same concept, which is Wraith Squadron. Those are
pretty good too. I'm more of a fan of the Rogue Squadrons myself.
Yeah,
that's because I'm more about.
The Wraith Squadron was very different, where they weren't in plane or in X-Wing so much, but they did more like special operations stuff, and you kind of get a couple of new characters in there, which are really cool. The idea of a chemically and mechanically enhanced Ewok comes into it. One who could actually pilot a ship. Super funny, And it was just really and it also kind of helped kind of show the relationship between a Jedi or not Jedi, a pilot and his astromech droid, like his R2 or R5 units. Yep. Basically, R2D2, he's an astromech droid. And it kind of showed them how often these droids were considered part of the squadron. And when they died, I mean, they would say, "Hey, droids, too bad," but it really they felt it. It was a thing. And at least in one case, the droid was the only friend one of them had when they were on a mission, which was really pretty amazing.
Yep. Oh yeah, there was.
Okay, now don't get me wrong. There are some really bottom crappy books in the series too, but for the most part, they're amazing.
Yes.
I did stop reading when the new Jedi Order started.
So did I.
And so because
stopped for the same reason.
Yeah, basically, we're kind of playing in. You got all the goop stuff?
No, I'm killing things for goop now.
Okay. We kind of stopped for the same reason because now I guess I'm not going to say this is a spoiler alert because it doesn't happen
We don't
anymore.
say which character. We just say that a major character.
Yeah, a major character dies, and we're just like, nope. I'm sorry. I actually read that book, and I'm just like, okay, and we're just going to put that down and put it aside.
Yep.
I actually bought all of them too, and I'm just like, I'll read all these. It's like, no, I won't.
Yep. It's like we are totally in denial. That did not happen.
Yeah, basically. Yep. That's basically it. So, but I mean, they actually had some interesting ones. They had some stories based off of Han and Leia's kids specifically, they were training to be Jedis, and they actually had one book called Lightsabers, I believe, which was kind of them learning how to put theirs together, and that's kind of neat, you know.
Yep.
And because really how the lightsabers are put together and why they do what they do is very controversial. Is kind of a strong term, but it's very wishy-washy.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't really defined for such a long time. It was just they make a lightsaber, and then some people were like, "Well, how?" And finally, a couple of books actually touched on the process for making a lightsaber.
Right, but that process a little bit changes because at first it's like only Jedis can do this, and which isn't really true. Anybody can use a lightsaber. It's just Jedis have the ability to use them well enough, like in a time period where most people are using guns.
Yep.
And so and they kind of went through the whole thing how like building this lightsabers were like kind of dependent on what their attitude was. Like one person, he was very mechanically inclined, and so he actually crafted his jewel. For those that don't know, and I'm sorry for this is the serious geek out moment and such. And thank you for getting all those, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, good. You got credit for it.
Yeah, I did. One of the centerpieces to lightsabers is a crystal. Now, this is normally called a cryout crystal because it has a certain the crystal has a certain structure that allows the focused plasma beams of the generator and the lenses to work correctly to make the actual sword. And now this crystal, it depends very much on how you make it or how you get it. Usually, Jedis used to use all like natural ones that they found on specific worlds or inside animals, certain animals, that kind of thing. Well, this one person. One second, I need to check see if any of these really make any difference to me. Poopy. Oh, what's this one? I don't really like you either. Nope, none of those. Alright, so 91. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah. What?
Nothing to do.